cinnamon buns. And I forgot to untangle these cinnamon bun earbuds. Okay, so that is working. And I forgot to untangle these cinnamon bun earbuds. Okay, so I forgot to untangle these cinnamon buns. That's not what I meant to say. Forgot to untangle these headphones, and then the cinnamon buns thing came through. Okay, so I'm assuming the mic is working since I just heard it. Now I'm trying to undo these earbuds so I can actually set up the stream properly. Come on. I hate wired headphones, but I have no choice because this desktop doesn't have Bluetooth. Let's move the microphone down here and plug it in. There we go. Okay. Why am I hearing music? Okay. Okay. Sorry about the concept one, but don't forget you have first dibs on the new vax I'm getting. Oh yeah, no problem. Here, sup, hi, sup boys and girls. Okay, let's get... Okay, where... We better the sunlight. There it is, okay. Voice channels. Voice is connected. Why won't you go to it? Okay. There we go. So, okay, so no one else is in here yet. Okay. Hello, everybody who's popping up in the YouTube chat. Why am I hearing a bunch of noises? Oh, that's because he has his phone turned all the way up, even though I'm in the middle of streaming. Hey, buddy. No, she's gone to bed. Go lay down. Buddy, go lay down. Biscuit, go lay down. Please. Why are you sniffing the shelf? Did the chat just break? Or why isn't... Hit F5 on this. F5. Okay. I've got some new vacuums got from Goodwill. I just got Red Orc XL Platinum. Oh, I have that. Dirt Devil Stick Vac and Bristol Rewind Smart Clean and Dirt Devil. Oh, I might want that Rewind Smart Clean. I've been wanting one of those. And Hoover Convertible Elite. Oh, I want that too. I've been wanting those Rewind Smart Cleans for quite a while. And the Hoover Convertible Elite. So I want those. So... Why am I hearing noises? I don't have anything playing in the background. Okay. Yeah, so nobody on the Discord is in the chat. And okay. Hello. Hey, Bubby. Go lay down. I'm working. Go lay down. Buddy. Go lay down. If you're interested in them today, I just got a Hoover Dimension Supreme from Back Gaming. If you're interested in them. Yeah, I'm interested in those two, and if you ever sell the Dimension Supreme, I want that too. So I want the Bissell Rewind Smart Clean, I want the Hoover Convertible Elite, and I want the Dimension Supreme too, although I'm assuming since you got that from someone else, you want to keep it. But if you decide to sell it, I'd be interested in that too. Unless, you know, you sell it after I already get one. Not even then, I'd still get it. Those are really nice. That's probably my favorite out of the old school Hoover design. I just went through all this effort to get all this set up, and it's apparently nobody's even in the vacuum chat. It can't be too late. Why am I hearing music? Babe? Oh. Give me them back. Don't let him in here. Try not to. Okay. Rewind Smart Clean already cleaned out if you see the service video. Oh, cool. Perfect. Yeah, I should be getting paid. I mean, in theory, I should have gotten paid today on Sunday because I'm supposed to get paid on the 21st, but because it's a Sunday, the Google AdSense won't release yet, so I'll probably get paid tomorrow. So I might get those. Well, I'm going to get they're mine. Don't sell them to anyone else. I want them, but I may be able to purchase those as soon as tomorrow, depending on tomorrow as in Monday, because today is technically Sunday now. So I may be able to get those Monday. Just whenever my paycheck hits my account. Dude, stop whining. I know she's in heat, but leave her alone, okay? Please? No. Hey, no. No whining. You don't get to whine and get what you want. I know you're cute, but that's not the only qualification. Okay, you fought with Cooper, and that's not good. You were very mean to your brother, and that's not nice. Okay? Play nice. Play nice, you big fluffy burnt marshmallow. Okay. Why is no one else in the vacuum chat? I just found all this. Am I able to be in two Discord voice channels at once? I'm assuming that's not possible. Nobody's... Buddies, Biscuit, stop it. Please. I'm working, okay? Sorry, go lay down, okay? Please go lay down. That's... okay, that's fine. You can be in frame if you want. If you want to lay down over there and just be eye candy for the video, that's fine. I just need you to be quiet, okay? Hey. Don't snarl at me. Let's see. Is this working? Can the okay, there's no one in the voice chat, but can they hear me? Where?
No, they can't.
Oh. Can you hear me?
No, sorry, I'm deaf.
Okay. Oh, I'm in the wrong server. That's why. Huh.
Oh,
I'm an idiot.
No.
Do you sound good on the video?
I didn't know. I literally just told you.
Okay. I'm sorry. Just asking.
Pull up your YouTube.
I want to make sure I have the settings right. Actually, I think I have everything turned up. What was the one thing you told me to turn off? Was it the desktop audio?
You know it should be in your DMs. No, you need both on.
Oh, so I have it set up right?
Yes.
Okay. Why do I have these headphones in? Because I can't even hear I can only hear your voice through the speakers and not even through the earbuds, unless maybe those didn't get added to the Discord or to the OBS properly. Okay, let's see. All right, whenever you're ready. Will you be having a video soon on the Eureka the Boss Bravo 2 you have? Depends on how you define soon, because...
No, it's because I bought it off him. Sorry.
No, but I do got to list the Regina for you, though. I'll probably get that... Okay, so today's Sunday now, so I'll probably just list it probably just Monday. Or, I guess Sunday, I guess either way. Either way, I'll be able to get it shipped out to you Monday. Because since it kind of has little issues with it, I don't want to run it for too long, so the review's going to be pretty quick, if that. So, but yeah, so it'll be on the way to you probably Monday. Just whenever I list it. I guess I might as well just list it now. I mean, I'm going to clean it up and everything, so the picture being a little bit old probably isn't going to matter to you, right? Do you want me to just list it right now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'll just do it right now while I'm on the call. Let's see. Post. Select photo.
Fucking update this app again. And make sure and make sure and list it as for me.
As reserved, yeah.
Yeah.
Or even if I don't, if I just set it to where the buy now option is turned off, then it won't matter, because anyone else who has an offer, I'll just wait till you do it and then shoot the other ones down.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Let's see, where is... I'll try my best to resist the urge to ignore someone who offers more for it, but no one probably will anyways, because no one ever offers anything for anything I sell. But also, I usually sell junk.
That, but yeah, there's all those kids on eBay and shit paying $200 for old dirt devils and such.
I mean, look, if someone offers me $1,000 for that Regina, you would understand.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh.
I'd probably say that the buyer's a fucking idiot because.
Well, no, I'm saying that if
shit.
someone offered me $1,000 and I took it over you, over your 35.
Yeah, I know. I'd still be like, some dumbass offered you $1,000 for it.
Yeah, but then you'd be like, oh, I don't blame him for taking it.
No.
No, yeah.
I'd just be like, what the fuck?
You'd be like more in shock than you would be like disappointed. You'd be like, how did that even happen?
I would be sitting there going, I'd be sitting there going, all right, who the fuck broke into their mom's credit card for this shit?
Who stole their mom's stimulus? I get $1,400 for it.
We fucking make that joke in the Discord all the time, but I feel like that's actually what happens.
Someone somewhere has done it and will do it again.
A bunch of people are probably doing it. It's all fucking kids and shit.
Well, that's why like when the last stimulus, like was it 2,500? I forgot what the first one was. I remember people were like buying. What was it? 1,200? Yeah, you're right. I remember people were building like crap PCs like with bad specs, and they were upcharging them to 1,200. So that way, like parents would buy them for their kids for Christmas, and it would be like a shit computer with like really outdated components, and it'd be put together horribly, and they'd be like, "Oh, some idiot parent will buy this for their kid."
If anyone needs PC building advice, just get an old fucking office PC. They've gotten to the point to where all of them are probably running quad-core i5s or even i7s at this point. You don't need to pay out the ass for some dog shit like a fucking Core 2 quad or some shit like a fucking GT 730 at this point. You don't need that garbage.
Yeah, if you want a good computer and you don't want to build it yourself and you want it for gaming or like basically any sort of video work, just grab an old Dell Optiplex with a quad core. Throw an SSD and
those.
What?
Don't grab those. Don't grab those because those are more. Because a lot of offices have switched OEMs. They've gone from Dells to HPs now.
Yeah, but Dell's better than HP, so find a Dell.
Well, yeah, no, but like most of the Dells you're gonna find are like Core 2 quads and Core 2 duos and shit. Well,
that's why I said find a Dell with a modern quad core. Yeah, as long as it's new enough, it doesn't matter what it is. As long as the guts inside are fine, and as long as it has a full size 16x slot.
Well, no, I'm telling you, a lot of offices they've already swapped those out eons ago. The newest I've seen from one of those was like a i5 2500. Like maybe they got into like the 3570s and shit,
I
but
mean, anything that's if it's Skylake or better, then it's perfectly fine. If it's Haswell or better, you could still get by for a good few
you don't
years.
even need, well, no, you don't even need that. If it's fucking newer than Bloomfield,
Yeah.
it's fine. If
Anything
like
that's an I series is still passable at this point.
if it's like a second or third
Yeah.
gen i5 or i7 and it's a quad core, you're doing just fine. The thing that a lot of people don't realize about building gaming PCs is it's not really much about the CPU anymore. It's
Well,
more
yeah.
about the GPU.
It's
If you're
just a
gonna put
matter of is the CPU going to be a bottleneck, which usually it isn't, unless it's really crap.
and even it, and even in the case of like people of like you mentioned parents buying shit for their kids,
Mm-hmm.
if their kid is just playing shit like Fortnite and GTA, you
Right.
don't need much better than previously mentioned second or third gen i5 or i7. It just needs
Oh
one
yeah,
or two
totally.
cores.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, with the quarantine and everything, I could totally understand if,
Dude,
if some,
fucking
yeah.
I see PC games still on like Steam and on the Epic Store and shit, still citing their minimum CPU to be like an FX 8350 or some shit.
Yeah. Oh God,
No one fucking
those are
and no
awful.
fucking yeah, no fucking game developers prioritizing CPU right now. They're all about graphics.
For some reason, I can't find the picture that I took of the Regina. I don't know why.
Uh,
It's
just and just post in like a placeholder picture here. Try this.
here. No. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put like a Bissell or something in the thumbnail, so that way nobody buys it.
Are you trying to get $1,000 offers?
Dude, do you know how many Bissells and crap I have on OfferUp, and literally nobody buys any of them? I'm not.
Okay, fair enough.
What?
I said, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I guess all those fucking YouTube kids, they finally moved on from that.
Well, no, because they didn't move on. You see, what they do is they message me and they want me to give it to them for free. And then I'm like, I physically can't do that because even if I wanted to, there's a minimum $2. And with shipping, you're still going to pay like $15, $20. They're like, I can't do that. And I'm like, well, then why are you here?
Yep.
I say it in the nicest way possible, but I'm like, there's physically no way that I can do that. And they're like, you're mean. And I'm like,
There comes a point when you should just. There comes a point when you're probably going to just snap from getting the same question 100 times.
oh, I have
You're
before. And I've
just
felt
gonna
bad
tell
for it because
people to
I've snapped
fuck
at a couple
off.
people.
I've had that happen to me a couple times where people offer to buy rare machines I have, and
Yeah.
I'll straight up just tell them to fuck off because I already know it's gonna be some kid saying, "Can you? I will give you $5 on PayPal for it," and it's like, get the fuck out of here. I spent
Yeah.
I I bought this shit for almost 100, and you're trying to fucking offer me five. Get the fuck out of my DMs. That
Well,
shit.
the idea. Well, it's kind of funny because I just had a really wholesome story where a parent messaged me and they messaged me on one of my vacuum listings on Facebook. And normally I don't like this because normally it's like, okay, if you want to comment about my channel, you comment on the channel. Don't ask me on a listing because usually the listing you message me if you want to buy it. But in this case, I was fine with it because it was someone's parent, and it was like, uh, I don't want to give any more details in case the kid's watching, so their birthday present isn't spoiled. But
All right.
basically,
So any children watching, fuck off for the moment. We won't be spoiling shit.
well, I mean, usually the kids don't watch my streams as much, anyways. But still, you can never be too careful because remember they re-upload his videos automatically, automatically. So I'll just put if I put a current model Bissell, nobody will buy it. That's how I know because the kiddies aren't going to bother because they'll just go to the store and be like, "Hey, Mr. Walmart man, can I have one of these Bissells for free?" And they'll be like, "That's not how capitalism works."
And the overworked and underpaid Walmart employee is just going to say, "Listen to you fucking do it anymore. You goddamn kids trying to buy our goddamn vacuums for free." Punt you across this damn store.
I
Just a
hate
reminder, Don't be a dick to the Walmart employees.
Oh, as a former Walmart employee, I can confirm, please do not be a dick to Walmart employees, because 9 times out of 10, they're perfectly fine, and they just want to get a damn paycheck so they can go home and cry themselves to sleep.
Well, that's completely different from what I was going to say. I was going to say they're just trying to make money so they can go home and smoke crack.
That too.
But yeah, fair enough.
It depends on it depends on the person, what substance. See, this is why I hate this computer, because well, it's not the computer's fault. It's my hard drive's dying. I need to get an SSD for this computer. I'm trying to right click so I can change the sound settings, and it literally is not responding. Like, I'm clicking the icon, it's making the animation of clicking it, but the actual menu is not popping up.
This person says in chat, I hate the people who list.
I was just going to talk about that. Yeah.
The price at $0, and they say make an offer in the description.
Yeah.
I know. Well, there's a reason why a lot of sellers do that. They do that because they think, oh, this sold for $200. It's typically from sellers that are privy to all the YouTube kids that are stealing their parents' credit cards and shit. They're sitting there listing something, thinking, by God, if they got 200 for it, I could probably get 500 for it.
Yeah.
And it ends up sitting on offer up for like 3 years, and nobody buys it.
Yeah.
And they end up. Typically, what happens is they'll just say, "All right, fuck this app. I'm gonna quit responding to messages on here."
Yeah.
Which is very annoying.
Or it's not even that. Sometimes it's not even like that. It's just they'll just like get a new phone and just never bother to log in again, and they'll just leave it. So then it's like they're not even online anymore. As far as the app is concerned, it's like they've just disappeared off the face of the earth. That's what happened with several listings. And I report them every time because I'm like, look, you're the one who set up this profile. If an item either isn't for sale or you're not selling on this platform anymore, you need to delete your listings. I'm not saying you have to close your account, but delete your listings because obviously they've sold.
Close their account. Because if they're not going to fucking log into it anymore, then what's the point in having an account on the platform?
Well, I'm just saying, I don't care because I don't want to be looking at a bunch of stuff that I want and finding out that there's no person behind it. That's just an empty picture. It's just a false promise. It's like a parent that leaves for cigarettes and then never comes back.
I've seen it happen before where people will. I think a lot of these people, they're like logging in with their Facebook accounts, but they're not realizing that, hey, you kind of have to do that every time you use this app in order to access your listings and shit. So I feel like that's another reason why there's a lot of dead accounts on there.
Because the people just haven't logged in, just haven't opened up the app, just have been dormant.
Or they're too stupid to figure out how to log in.
Or it's the kind of thing where they use their Facebook and they got locked out of their Facebook, so they had to make a new Facebook. So then they lose their offer up as well.
Well, that's what you get for sharing fucking conspiracy theory shit.
That's what you get for being a fascist.
Play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
You get zucked. Yeah, I have so many friends who have gotten zucked for saying like the tamest of stuff. And I'm not saying that I'm like a keyboard warrior before, but it's like I've never been zucked. I don't know how. It's like, and I've said some stupid things, but I mean nothing. I haven't said like, oh, the Holocaust isn't real. I've been like, hey, dude, you're a dick. Like that's it. Just, hey, dude, you're an asshole. And that's it. Like, that's the worst I've ever said, really. And I've never gotten zucked.
I feel like that's because Facebook's report system, it works on the same kind of level as, say, YouTube's.
Yeah.
Where it takes more than just one guy or one girl reporting your shit to get your account taken down or your post removed.
Right.
You need it to be like an organized effort, a group of people reporting your shit in order to get it taken down.
One time my channel almost came very close to that, where it literally wasn't even multiple people. It was just one dude who made like a bunch of accounts and just kept reporting me on every account, which I don't even understand how that's allowed. I don't know if he used different email addresses or if YouTube at the time was just that stupid and was just because you can have multiple YouTube channels under one account.
Yeah, but it's probably different email addresses because it's very easy to make a Gmail account. It's stupidly easy.
Which is kind of flattering in all honesty. It's like, this person hated me so much that they wanted to destroy my job. That's cute. It's so cute that that they're being so pathetic and wasting their life on me.
Yeah. Yeah. YouTube's been like that for years now.
Yeah.
It's always some person will get butthurt and do something that either screws over a vast majority of creators,
Mm-hmm.
or they'll or
Logan
it'll be
Paul.
one organized effort by a couple of people to try and screw over a channel, and then what happens is they end up having all their infighting, and then the channel they initially set out to try and get rid of ends up growing stronger and stronger.
Yeah. Pretty much at this point, all YouTube is, in all honesty, it's just late night talk shows. It's just people that like fake buying poor people houses, and then like
Those videos aren't fake.
fake cooking videos. Well, sometimes they
Yeah.
are. Usually they're not. It depends on like who's doing it. Like Mr. Beast, I'm pretty sure is pretty legit.
Yeah,
Most of the other guys I don't think are though. I think it depends on the person though.
He explained in his videos that he made a lot of his money off of like cryptocurrency and shit.
Oh right, yeah. No, I'm sure Mr. Beast is a cool dude. I just don't know about all of
And
them.
one thing I want to point out, or one way that I'm able to that one add-on for Firefox I use to get rid of like all the bullshit on the front page is I have this thing called demainstream YouTube, and you run that plugin and it literally lets you like pick and choose what channels you don't want to see. So by default, mine is set to like block any and all late night talk shows, cable news, all of that bullshit. It's all blocked for me. I don't see it.
It's like it's not even there. It's like
Yeah,
old school. It's
it
like
really
old
is.
school
It's like
YouTube.
it really is. Well, no, that sort of thing has always been a thing on YouTube. It's just
Yeah, but
that
it's
it's
never
gotten
that
more
big.
annoying in recent years. Because it used to be that you go to the front page in YouTube, and yeah, sure, there'd be like late night talk shows and shit at the top of the page, but below that, you'd get like the rest of the page would probably be all top creators on the platform, actual YouTubers.
Yeah.
But nowadays, you go look at the fucking front page, and it's all news and other bullshit, and sometimes you'll get like related videos.
Yeah.
But other than that, you don't get anything else.
You know what I think would be really cool? I think that, and I don't know if they ever did this at one point, because, I mean, I've been on YouTube, like, since it first came out, but I don't remember every little version that ever, like, detail of every version they've had, but I want to see a thing where it's, like, where you can select, like, the top creator, or the top categories that you're interested in, and have like those be their own sections on the main front page, and it'll be which creator is trending in that category and is getting like a lot of traction in that category, and you could even select it down to topics too. But of course, that means that like
Well, YouTube to a certain extent does let you do that.
yeah, but it's not as streamlined. Like I want it to be like when I click on my front page, I want to see the top videos for the Note 20 Ultra, the top videos for vacuum cleaners, the top videos for, I don't know, fancy donut varieties. I don't know, whatever stupid crap that I, put in the, and you can even make it to where it's like tag oriented, to where like you put in a certain number of like keywords, and if it finds tags in a video, it'll throw those up if it determines that they've gotten enough traction. But of course, in this industry, that means it's mostly going to be like Vacuum Wars, Performance Reviews, me, Vacuum Advisor, probably some of the bigger names like that. But just I don't know if there's any vacuum channel that's anywhere near on the same level as Vacuum Wars is. Not that I can think of, at least.
Well, you know why he's like that. You know why he's at the top, right?
Because people like him.
No, it's because he does a bit of the, suck spit to a lot of these companies. That's how a lot of them get. That's how a lot of them get to the top page. It's a lot of them, they just give a bit of lip service to brands and try and tread the line and never critique anyone, even when they really should.
Vacuum Wars critiques plenty of people, though. I mean, I guess you could argue he's not critical enough, but it's not like he never talks critiques.
That's the key. You mentioned critiques people, but it takes more than critiquing people. You need to critique brands when they fuck up.
Is that not what I said? I thought I said brands. Did I say people?
No,
No, he's a
you
vacuum
said
channel. He wouldn't be
people.
critiquing people.
No, that's more me on these streams.
Yeah, I'd say so. Also,
Well,
why does my YouTube chat keep freezing? Does it keep freezing, or is it just nobody's there?
it's that dead. We
Yeah,
have
it's that
4
dead. I
viewers
refreshed it,
watching.
nothing. The newest comment is, can you run the Auric XL Platinum? And my Auric XL Platinum came with an original manual.
Well, good for you. Does it come with the 20-year warranty? I don't think so.
No Auric comes with a 20-year warranty. The 21 comes with a 21-year warranty.
Fuck that. It's semantics.
Yeah.
Might as well be 20 years.
I mean, I guess
Actually,
technically, if it's 21 years, then it also would be a 20-year warranty. It's just you have another year on top of that.
See, shit like this is why I wish we had a bigger audience for YouTube streams, because then I could just ask and say, hey, show of hands if you've actually taken one of these in under the 20-year warranty.
Yeah.
I think Alex might have known a couple people, and so might Reggie. But as of right now, I've never seen anyone have one of those serviced under warranty.
When you say service, do you mean like service for an actual like problem, or just the normal tune-ups that are included?
Both.
Well,
I don't think
because
I ever really. I don't think
I've
I've
seen
really
people
seen
take them in for
those
like your average tune-up, but like nothing like, oh, something broke on it, because those things are usually pretty bulletproof.
You say that.
I mean,
So,
I don't think that they're lying, because I saw that the I mean,
well,
I
maybe
don't know
that.
if it's accurate, but I know I saw the infomercial with it where he was like, "Oh, hey, it got sucked up in Hurricane Katrina, and and it still
What the fuck
works."
was that? I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was in one of the XL21 infomercials where it was like a guy, and which first off, the guy's like, "Oh, my Auric got sucked up in a hurricane." I'm like, "No, it didn't. You stole your neighbor's Auric unintentionally." But but either way, it's like, oh, this Auric got sucked up in Hurricane Katrina and it got dumped somewhere, and the thing's all tattered and crap. And it sounds like shit, but it still works.
Well, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. If all you're doing is putting one of the same thing would fucking happen if you put one of those, if you like dropped one of those out of a helicopter, out of an airplane.
Yeah, or like, like Unlock River, how he does like the 1,000-foot drop tests on phones. Like,
No,
I want to.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Well, he goes by Kristen 4 now. But if you look up like any modern cell phone and 1,000-foot drop test, it shows a guy dropping it from a drone, onto like a huge parking lot. So just get that guy and just give him like the top 5 vacuums on the market and just drop them all and see which one breaks the least.
They all do.
Yeah, they all do. But I mean, maybe one of them has like one more piece attached or whatever. I mean, look, here's a controversial thing I'll say. I guarantee you, if you drop an Auric and a SIBO off of a 1,000-foot thing, I guarantee you the Auric's going to be in better condition. Which isn't
Well, I mean,
surprising, because it's just a stick. That's all it
I
is,
was gonna
just a
say
stick.
it's kind of a given because it's just a power nozzle with a fan.
Yeah, there's not a lot of momentum that's going to go by it while it's falling. It's going to be like you dropped it off your house and not much more.
The other thing you need to realize is that those are more often than not made out of like fucking the same sort of plastic that they use for like power tool cases and such.
Yeah. But the Oryx or the SIBOs?
No, it works.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that. Yeah.
The Phantoms were too. People don't realize that either.
Well, they aren't.
Yeah. Or at least the original Phantom and the Thunder were. Which makes sense, because they're originally, the Vectron that they're based off was a commercial machine. And I'm pretty sure the Fury and the Cyclone use the same type of plastics. They're just obviously implemented in a bit of a different design to where they're probably not nearly as structurally sound as the Thunder. But the Thunder is made out of that type of plastic the power tools are made out of. I forgot what the type is. I don't know if it's ABS or if it's called something else, but it's that type of plastic. I forgot what it was called off the top of my head. And I know some of the early Dysons were too, and I think they still are technically, which makes sense because Dysons usually are physically pretty strong. They just feel like shit. And they have mechanical crap that goes wrong on them all the time.
Well, that's just because they make Dysons out of bullshit plastic.
Is that the technical term? Bullshit plastic?
Yeah, bullshit strong.
Bullshit strong.
It's the sort of shit where it scratches like no one's business, but yet you fucking yeet it off of a third-story balcony.
Yeah.
And like it bounces like a goddamn basketball.
Did you see?
You just sit there.
There's
you sit there and go, no, what the fuck?
Yeah, there's a video of a family. I forgot what the channel was called, but it was called like, "Can a family kill a Dyson?" or something, and they're throwing a DC-25 like off of their balcony, and they're throwing it like not a balcony, but like throwing it out their window, and they're like throwing it all over off the roof and all that, and the thing still kept working, and I don't think it ever broke. But, of course, you throw it once and, yeah, it's going to survive. You have to, like, hit it over and over again with a sledgehammer before you can really break that thing. Because the 25s are pretty sturdy, from what I remember. Yeah. I don't own one currently. I know the 24s are really sturdy, at least, because I've owned several 24s. But I don't think I've ever owned a 25 now that I think about it.
I've never owned any of those.
Yeah. I've seen several 24s. I've gotten like a dozen 24s in for service. I've had all sorts of people bring in 24s, and I've had 24s personally. No one's ever brought in a 25, which is weird.
Well, it's because nobody fucking bought a 25. They all just sat there and said, well, this is the same fucking thing as the last one. And then they just stuck with the last one.
From what I understand, the 25 was pretty popular. I guess it obviously just wasn't in my area, or at the very least people weren't breaking them and bringing them to me.
No, I almost never see 25s either.
Almost every what?
I said no, I almost never see 25s either.
Oh, yeah. I see them all over the place in terms of, like, I see them for sale. I see people that have them online. I just never see them personally.
Nobody buys them. Frankly, I'm gonna dread the day I start a store just because I know first thing I'm going to end up having to do is I'm gonna end up filling the fucking recycling bin up in the first week of the place being open because of all the Dysons and other shit that I've had to throw in the bin.
Just give them to me, man. I'll take them. Excuse me. I'll give them a good home.
No.
Why not?
No. Because you get good shit. Why would I give somebody something that... Listen... If I wouldn't use it...
Because... Well, yeah, but not everyone uses the same machines that you want. If you don't want it and I want it, I don't see a better solution
well,
than to give it to me, or I'll buy it off you.
Here,
or, like, if I get some good machines in my shop, we can do a trade sort of thing.
Here. You know, to be Mr... I've got your Dysons, yeah. Mr. YouTube Man, well...
Mr. YouTube Man.
I can't fucking find the listing for it. Alright, fuck you, Tracy. Never mind.
Yeah, you too. Did you see my meme in the vacuum meme chat? It got kind of pushed back.
I was fucking dead for
what the hell just happened?
Oh. Goddamn YouTube kids jihading Tracy's house. They heard us talking shit on them.
They're attacking my house. I just heard a loud thud that came from upstairs.
Well, hope you don't have any CRTs on a platform, because that's probably what happened.
That'd probably break right through the ceiling. But yeah, that was weird.
No, it would just sound like a bomb going off.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've had that happen to people before. They'll fucking have a CRT. It'll like fall off of something, and it'll just sound like a fucking bomb went off outside.
Yeah, that's
probably. And I've probably gotten the stream demonetized. I said the B word, but oops. But regardless, yeah.
Yeah.
Scary shit.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, no license for you. We'll give you better. You'll get better shit.
But I want Dysons. I mean, I want better shit too, but like I want all of it.
Yeah, but there's like a ton on eBay.
Yeah, because I want to pay $200 for someone's grody ass DC-14.
I mean, listen.
Like, if I'm spending that much on a Dyson, I shouldn't have to service it myself.
Listen, that's what you go bitch at eBay sellers for. That's what I would do. I would say, listen here, motherfucker. You're paying $200 and you don't have the con and decency to spit shine the damn thing?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes they'll give it like a basic wipe down, which I mean, 9 times out of 10 they don't even need, or that they either don't need it at all, or they're so far gone that that's going to make no dent at all in the condition.
Mm,
Like it's usually one or the other. I rarely see a Dyson that's okay for the age. It's usually either excellent or it's awful because everyone that I know always says it's like, oh, I get Dysons all the time, and customers don't know where the filters are, and the filters are always plugged with junk, and I'm like,
they really
that
don't.
that never happens to me. I mean, I shouldn't say never, but like out of every 100 Dysons I get, like one of them will have some like big debris on the
Okay.
filter, but it's still the kind of thing that washes off no problem. So I don't know if it's just people in my area that treat their machines well are buying Dysons instead of cheaper shit, or if it's just a weird anomaly. Because you would
I
think the
mean,
machines that are getting thrown out and that I'm getting are the ones that are
Tracy,
really grody.
Tracy,
What?
Tracy, you live in name and address withheld. I'm pretty sure that's just because motherfuckers don't vacuum their houses.
They just stick their Dyson in a closet and just throw it out. They don't want it anymore. Now
Seriously, I've
that
seen
doesn't
that
surprise
happen
me.
before.
That's how I
Motherfuckers,
basically got my 18.
motherfuckers will just forget they. I don't even know how the hell this
They
happens.
just forget they own
People,
something as big as a
they
vacuum
forget
cleaner.
they forget they own a fucking vacuum, and then they eventually just decide, oh, I'm not using this, and send it to a fucking thrift store. I can't tell you how many machines I've gotten that are like that. That's how I got my fucking LG. Was I'm pretty sure they only used it a few times, and
Right.
then we're like, all right, fuck it, we don't need it now, and and I bought it for like $30. It's
I'm so
fucking
annoyed. This I've been literally the entire time I've been on this call. I've been trying to open the sound panel, and it hasn't been working. See now that
try
I
dabbing on it.
yeah levels. Here we go. Gotta do it manually through the app. Okay, say something.
Check chat because wow, there's actually people talking again.
Yeah,
And
we got.
well, oh
Oh, my friend
god,
Dante. Yeah,
oh
what's poppin',
no.
Brody?
Well, I'm definitely not reading that comment. Jesus.
Brandon, you kind of remind me of my dad that recently passed away. He used to beat the crap out
Oh
of me
my
for being gay, and
god.
now he can watch me being choked out by older men from the depths of hell.
Jesus, we weren't
How
fucking
do I unpack?
demonetized before now. I think we are now.
How
Oh
do I
my
unpack that
god.
comment?
Well then, moving swiftly on.
Moving
This
swiftly
person
on.
says,
Um,
there's,
don't say their
there's,
name. Don't.
yeah,
Um,
name redacted.
wait. I just
Jesus.
realized what he said. He said that I remind him of his abusive homophobic father. What? I just read that again.
It's just as fucking confused as I am. I don't know if they meant me or you, but oh god, don't say that sort of stuff in public, man.
Maybe he
Jesus.
is talking about you. I don't know. He just said you. He didn't say Robert.
Fuck. I don't fucking
You
know.
can respond to my comment
God.
by hitting me up on Instagram. No, I'm not doing that. Oh, I see. So you were just fishing for social media attention. And why can't I report this comment now? Why is it not letting me? Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Chat's fucking updating slow for me. I think
It
YouTube's
is for
just
me
being
too.
stupid.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you in timeout.
All right. Well,
And
let's
while you're
go.
in timeout, get some therapy, please. I mean, I'm kind of one
Yes,
to talk because I'm
please.
sure I know I need therapy too, but I mean, at least I'm
Je-
self-aware.
Jesus fuck. Don't air your dirty laundry on a public YouTube stream. Just don't. It's
Especially
asking
like,
for
look,
trouble.
if you're on a public stream and the stream is about like basically being a therapy session where it's like, hey, if you don't mind, sharing your
Therapy.
personal info, not personal info, but like sharing personal stories. Let's all share some stories. Maybe we'll feel better, air out our grievances, and get out of our systems.
We're here
This
to
isn't that. This is a random stream about vacuum cleaners.
TLDR. We're here to shoot the shit, not feel like shit.
Oh, he made a new account. I'll leave now since you banned me, but just so you know, I was being serious. I just have daddy issues. I think we all have daddy issues, or mommy issues, or
Well,
just issues in general. I probably shouldn't say that because I
Jesus.
actually don't know what that means. I probably
It
should.
means uh,
Is the answer not appropriate for
we'll get demonetized on
general
this
audiences?
gimmick.
Okay, then I'm just gonna assume
Yeah.
I don't have any of those issues. At least not in that way. I'm pretty sure that's like a. Yeah, I'm not. Moving swiftly on, like you said. Also, Brandon said that he's gonna leave now, but he's still sending messages. Brandon, I'm sorry you're going through shit, but I mean, while I would in theory be able to help you, I am not currently of the mental capacity to do so, and I think that you should probably seek the advice of a professional. I understand how frustrating that is, given the fact that therapy is very expensive, and we live in a society where medical coverage is not covered. But I will say that
Oh, and
this is not
let
the
me
place.
interrupt you and say, don't think that going to another country is going to solve that issue. It's
Well,
just terrible.
I didn't necessarily say that because
Oh,
they're not generally
no,
going to
that's not
give you
true.
free
That's
healthcare if you're not a
Well,
resident.
no, that's an assumption a lot of people have is people whenever someone brings up, oh yeah, the healthcare system in the US is terrible, people often jump to the conclusion of, oh, that just means it's bad in the US. That means it's better in other countries. No.
I mean, it is like
I had a friend
objectively,
of mine who
but you know,
recently needed to well, no, I had a friend of mine who recently needed to go to the hospital. She's in the UK and no, it ain't very much better in Europe.
well, that doesn't necessarily mean anything because that's an anecdotal story. There are plenty of people who've also have anecdotal negative experiences with the healthcare system in the U.S. as well, and in Canada and all over. That's
Well,
why if you're judging a
here,
healthcare system, you have to actually look at
have a look at the Discord. Have a look at the Discord video.
what Discord video.
I dab on those people. Moving on, back on
Oh,
topic.
oh, ah, can't relate.
Yeah,
Anyways, can't
and
relate.
no,
Anyways,
not even close.
no, no,
Oh,
not even close.
moving
So,
on. Let's go to this person says, I still have Phantom Thunder. I was trying to ship it out to Caleb.
oh yeah, he
Most
told me
offers
about that. That was ridiculous.
ridiculous.
I don't understand what
Well,
happened there because OfferUp should be a prepaid label, so I don't understand why they want to charge him for shipping. Because it shouldn't be over the 20-pound limit. And even if it is, if it's like 1 or 2 pounds over, it doesn't matter. They don't give a shit.
well, that's why here's the thing. A lot of people, something that a lot of people seem to get wrong is a lot of people seem to think that, oh, that means, oh, offer up, they're going to pay for all the shipping for me, right? No, that like $15 is based on their assumed weight of the item. It's like eBay's system.
Well,
If it
yeah.
weighs more than what they think, they're going to charge you more for it. The only difference is that unlike eBay, where you could just cheat their system, say something weighs like, I don't know, 10 ounces
Yeah.
and only pay fucking $2 in shipping for a 20-pound item. There's no way, and you can't do that with OfferUp. There's no way in hell you can do it
Yeah, you can. I've done it before.
where
I
you
mean,
cheat the shipping
not
costs.
not to that extent. I've always, if I'm shipping a vacuum, I've always selected the large shipping option unless it weighed less. But the large shipping option taps out at 20 pounds, and I've shipped machines that were like 21, 23 pounds with
Oh
that
fuck.
label, and it's been just fine. I've never had any issues.
Let's say it weighs 5 pounds.
No, like, but yeah, because like I select the
Well,
largest option that I
well, no,
can
I know, but
because I'm
I
trying to
know
be as
that's a
honest
trick
as
I used
possible. Unless it is like an Oric or something where like
that's a
the
trick I
middle
used
option
to
is
use
better.
on eBay all the time when I was selling a lot of cameras and shit. is YouTube is I almost said YouTube shipping. eBay shipping, the way it
YouTube
works
shipping.
is if you're
Oh
trying to
God,
sell
no! Please
trying
don't
to
give them
sell
any
like a
ideas.
camera or some shit, the
Mm-hmm.
way it works is if you're selling cameras, they'll go by ounces, and usually even though a camera would weigh like a pound or so, I would just cheat the system by cutting it in half. I would say, oh yeah, that camcorder, nah, that's 8 ounces, and just put a shit ton of padding in so that they don't really notice the true weight.
Right. Because then if there is any discrepancy, that's so little, they'd be like, oh, that's just the material. That's just shipping materials.
Yep.
Because eBay doesn't say, oh, do the shipping of the item plus shipping materials. They say, oh, the shipping of the item.
I said that's how I used to make bank off of selling cameras and shit. Was I would just cheat the shipping every time.
Don't say that. Then they're gonna catch on and they're gonna be more strict about it. And then it's point.
Do you think eBay gives a fuck about their sellers making more money?
No, if they did, then they'd be cutting off all these PS5 and Xbox scalpers. But they're not, because if someone sells a console for an overly inflated price, they get more money for a percentage off that transaction. So they obviously don't want to dissuade that. What?
That's how you get rid of unwanted machines in your collection. Just say, oh, this item plus free PS5.
I don't have a free PS5. Or no, free PS5 and it's 5 PS1, like 5 broken PS1 stuck taped together.
Well, no, here's the thing. You sell you sell it as free PS5 plus, and then you just get a fucking unwanted machine from your collection. You say, was this old broken Shark Navigator? Yeah, sure, throw that shit in. Because technically, they can't get on your ass for not including the other item. You still fulfilled your part of the order, and you could just say, oh, PS5 got lost in shipping, sorry. I know all the ways of being a complete bastard on eBay.
Well, no, because if you do that, then the person's gonna call eBay and they're gonna be like, hey, the item is I bought 2 items in this listing and only one of them's included. And then eBay is going to force a return, and then you lose all your money, and then you basically just spent all that money to throw away it back.
That's why you don't offer. That's why you don't offer refunds or returns. Just say no, fuck you, sorry.
No, because you can't do that, because if you don't offer it, now generally if you don't offer it, then yeah. But if someone still if you sell something falsely, people will still force it through the 30-day guarantee.
Well, no, but here's the thing. You know why they aren't going to fulfill that?
Why?
It's because of all the return fraud that happens on eBay. Return fraud is surprisingly common on eBay, where people will buy something.
No, dude, I sell on eBay, and I've been selling and buying on eBay for a long time. I know how all this shit works.
I got bitten bad by
at least
return fraud once a couple of years ago, and it sucked.
Yeah. One thing I will give eBay credit for is they have gotten a lot better as far as not 100% bending over backwards for the buyer and always fucking over the seller. Now, instead of fucking over the seller 100% of the time, eBay will only fuck over the seller 89% of the time. A solid improvement nonetheless. Did I tell the story about how I almost got screwed over on an S7 Edge? Like very recently? Yeah, I did.
You told that in the live stream, I believe.
I did, yeah. But that was, I can't believe I had to waste that much time out of my day because look, let's just be honest. Here's what happened. This girl bought the brand new phone for her daughter. Her daughter dropped it outside on the pavement when she was walking home from school and completely destroyed the screen, and she wants to get her money back to buy her a new phone. That's what happened.
Yeah, and just say, listen, bimbo, I'm not the fucking repair department. There's this thing in your damn mall called You Break It, We Fix It. Go take it there.
You break, I fix? Or I fix it?
Yeah. Don't screw me over. I'll screw you back.
Yeah. Anyways, I seen the FaZe rug wants to free give away a couple iPhone 12s and PS5s and other stuff.
Yeah, and guess what?
Biscuit.
That's probably fake.
Biscuit, get back.
You more often than not, whenever YouTubers do
get over here, Biscuit, come on,
contests like that, especially if it's one of those
Come
guys
on.
like in the Phase family or whatever the fuck. Typically, what they'll do is they'll just
Biscuit,
lie
come on.
about it and say, "Oh, these people won," but then if you do research, it turns out to just be like family members of their friends or
Biscuit,
some
leave him
shit.
alone. Leave
Even if
Cooper alone.
even if they're giving away like hundreds or thousands of them, they typically don't go. They typically go to like people that can afford them and shit.
What were you saying?
I'm talking about how a lot of these. This dude in the chat made a good point about how he's seen these like phase YouTubers and shit give
Yeah.
away iPhones and PS5s and shit. I find out how more often than not, a lot of those are fake, and they just go to like their friends' nephews and shit.
Right.
Like they never go to actual subscribers.
Or they go to a friend or something, or
Mhm.
or they just straight up don't do the giveaway at all and just hope nobody finds out.
Yeah.
And sometimes if they're big enough, people are going to find out.
No, actually. Typically, it's only really the smaller YouTubers, because you know what happens
What?
when it happens with big YouTubers. They just fucking suppress the people calling them out. They either say, "Hey, I'm gonna fucking threaten legal action on you if you don't take down this video,"
Yeah.
or they'll just straight up DMCA it down.
Right.
It's scummy, but
Right. They tend to do that.
you
See,
can't
that's
really.
that's one thing that I've been speaking of giveaways. Although speaking of legit giveaways, that's one thing I've been thinking about because I've been thinking about starting up a Patreon, and I'm thinking about as a way to help get rid of some of the machines I don't want, just do a Patreon giveaway like once in a while. Be like, hey, you can win this machine that I used to have, and this can be
Okay.
yours now
Yeah,
if you're a
and
patron.
do what I would do. I personally, I would prefer using Subscribe Star myself because their rules are a little bit more lax than Patreon. But what I would do is give it away to the people that have donated like the lowest tier of your channel. Like if they only put in like $1 or some shit, give it away to them. Don't give it away to like all the people putting in like, oh, I put in $100 this month, and it's like, great, you keep putting that fucking $100 in.
Wait, doesn't that sound counterintuitive? Like as far as or like what's the idea
No,
behind that?
well, the idea behind it is that you're effectively if you if you put in a lot of support towards your lower tier subs, then they're going to slowly start spreading word about your giveaways in your channel to their friends, and they're going to
Oh.
spread it to their friends, their friends, and their friends, and their friends,
Well,
and you're going to
I
end
was
up
just gonna
with
do it randomly. I was just gonna like put it in like a random number generator in like an Excel spreadsheet or some shit, and just let it roll.
one of those things where it's like if you have 10,000 people only donating $1 a month to your
That's
Patreon,
$10,000 a month.
exactly.
Oh my god, that'd be so amazing. I would never have to worry about rent again. I'd get a bigger house.
Yeah, it's like at that point, fuck the higher tiers. Just have everyone put in $1 and fucking give
Or
away.
here's a great idea. If I can get if I can get every person on earth to donate half of a penny, then I'm a billionaire.
Well, that's great,
Hello?
but fractional pennies, they haven't existed in like almost 200 years.
Yeah, they I think the half penny got discontinued in like it was like 1888 or some shit like that.
Yeah,
It's
even
been a
then, no
while.
country in the U.S. has
Honestly, we
fucking.
should have abolished the penny like a long time ago cuz pennies are the spawn of Satan. And the nickel too. If no other reason than because of the fact that because of inflation, both of those coins cost more to make than the
What the?
actual cent is
I'm
worth.
seeing double in chat. I'm
What?
seeing two people. I'm seeing two people with like almost the same fucking name. What the hell?
What, Brandon?
No, look.
Oh, vacuum shampooer guy
Look
and
in the fucking chat.
or vacuum and cargo cleaner guy and vacuum and shampooer boy. Yeah, yeah. Those are two separate people. I know both of them. Do you like the
How
6585?
is
What version is that? The 6585. That's the Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I used to have that. Yeah, it's all right. I actually wish I hadn't gotten rid of it, but it's no big deal because I have the 6594 and it's the same thing just without the turbo brush. I actually have 3 of them at this point. But one of them I've kind of Frankensteined out because another friend needs one of the parts off of it. And they're...
Tracy, how does it feel to have your video concept copied 100 times over by now?
Oh, the vacuum saved? It's kind of annoying, but it's also kind of flattering.
You should trademark that shit.
I don't think I can. I mean, but
yes,
I have... See, because whenever, like, people first started doing it, I was like, hey, that's kind of my thing, and I'm like, I don't really care if you use it, because the only thing I'm worried about is the only reason I don't want you to use it is because it's going to confuse people, and they're going to get the channels confused. Because...
Well, the other thing you need to realize is the chick is... What if they start monetizing their videos? Then you really should worry about it, because that's lost income to your channel.
Well, you mentioned the DMCA thing. I could do that. Well, actually, probably not. I don't know if I can. But I mean,
you should do that.
As long as people, I mean, but look, as long as there's some other way for people to differentiate. So that way people aren't clicking on other people's videos thinking they're mine and being, like, dissuaded into clicking on someone else's video falsely, then I'm not really worried about it, honestly.
They fucking sit there, see a video with a similar title, thinking, oh yeah, this is one of Tracy's new videos I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Only to figure out, only to go, hey, what the fuck? This is filmed on, like, someone's 10-year-old iPhone.
I was literally just gonna say, why is someone in a dark alley filming 3 broken ass Bissels with an iPhone 4, and why is this not why is this not the vacuum saved dude that has the sexy voice? Why is it this weird squeaker?
They be fucking sitting there going, hey, wait a minute. Does he have a cold? He sounds a lot higher pitched than I thought.
Yeah. Well, wouldn't it be the other way around? Because usually when you have a cold, your voice goes down in pitch, doesn't it? I thought it did for most people.
Everyone's fucking different.
That's true. Yeah, because have you seen... do you watch Linus Tech Tips?
Yes.
Have you seen, like, the few videos where he has a cold and it actually sounds like he hit puberty? I think it was like one of his, like, I forgot which video it was, but there was one review he did. Was it like I think it was a laptop where he had, like, that voice, that, like, Coldplay voice, and he sounded a lot different. I saw Chance. Grandma Goen, oh God, I haven't seen you in forever.
Anyway, but yeah, so you heard it here first, guys. Better not be copying Tracy's fucking video titles.
Yeah.
We'll get them fucking DMCAs rolling like no tomorrow.
Yes. What would you say is the rarest model of the Bissell Power Force bagless? The rarest model is what?
There isn't one.
There, by definition, is one. He said the rarest model of the Power Force bagless. He didn't say, are they rare? He said, what's the rarest one of that version?
What, did they make, like, a fucking, like, a gold-plated one? Kind of like the gold, like a fucking golden trophy, Kirby tradition they did?
That'd be funny.
Of them.
It's the one that Donald Trump uses. But yeah, so... The rarest Power Force bagless that they made, to my knowledge, it's whenever they first switched from the wide track to the non-wide track base. It was right before the 6579-2 came out. It was one where it's the same model as that, but it has a dark green base, and it just says Bissell bagless. It doesn't say Power Force bagless. Fan of Vacuums 2 had a video of that machine on his channel a while back. I forgot which model number it was. I think it was 6579-1, I think. Or maybe something like that. So that version is the rarest one to my knowledge.
What? Oh, I was paying attention.
No, you weren't.
You're
right. Be honest. What did I just say if you were paying attention?
Be
specific.
You
exactly.
play it, but I fucked your wife.
Anyways, so let's see. Copying people's videos is not right. Yeah, I agree. This is a Christian Minecraft server. We don't cuss. Oh, you're one to talk, dude. There's literally videos. There's literally videos like on a couple of my old channels of you cursing like a sailor.
That is very true. Guy that just said, don't copy it. Listen, if you're this this is for like the probably like one kid that watches this channel, because obviously they're not going to see this stream live. They're going to see a VOD of it.
Right.
Don't think that you're going to get 100 million views copying somebody else's video titles and shit. It's unfair to the original creators. It dilutes their content to the point where it becomes a cliche.
Right.
It gives the impression that the only people watching this person's videos are just a bunch of kids that don't know how to work a camera.
So well, I mean,
copy people's videos.
Sometimes, usually that is my target audience at this point, whether I like it or not. Also, I've noticed that my analytics are like really split down the middle, because normally like videos of this type on YouTube, like anything tech or appliance related, is usually like a male dominated platform, but on my channel it's split right down the middle. In fact, I think females actually have the majority as far as my main viewers, and I'm assuming that's because of mothers watching my videos with their kids. I'm assuming that's why.
You know what all those videos are? You know what all those female viewers you got are?
Does it say?
It's all from kids watching YouTube on their mom's account.
That's what I just said. That's literally what I just said.
Well, I said it first. Haha.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna look at my analytics, because I haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, right here. So, oh my god, so it was 50.1 to 49.9 female to male. Now it's 50-50, like right on the dot, 50-50, 50.0, 50.0. And my age, my highest age bracket is 35 to 44. That kind of buys into the parent theory as well. And then my second highest is 25 to 34. Followed by 18 to 24, then followed by 45 to 54, and then 55 to 64, then 65 plus, and no, then 13 to 17, then 65 plus. So the youngest and the oldest viewers are basically tied as far as their analytics, and it's right. It's like a perfect. It's like right in the middle. You didn't even see that. Whatever. Oh, and also, like, my top countries are obviously United States is at 80%, and then the UK, and then Canada, and then Turkey, and then Australia. For a while, there was a brief time when Australia was actually number one, which was kind of funny.
Never mind.
Did I say number one? No, it was never number one, but there was a time when Australia was number two. US was always number one by a landslide too. What?
I almost offended your entire Turkish viewer base. Oh no.
No, I love my Turkish base. Turkish base? Oh my god, I can't talk. I love my Turkish base, but I like the Australians more. Oh, I just probably offended them, didn't I? Oops. Sorry. I just think the Australian accent is hot. Give me a break. Let's see.
What are my analytics like?
Yeah. I guess I could look at this on my computer instead of on my phone, but yeah. Then obviously 90.1% are no subtitles and 9.9 are English. I don't even bother to add subtitles to my videos.
I don't either.
I really should, honestly, but I just don't want to bother. And especially because if your video is not scripted, it's impossible. Because if it is scripted, you just dump the script in there and it's that easy. But, you know, if it's not, then it's much more irritating. And also,
what? I don't trust Google Translate at all. So I'm kind of afraid of figuring out that people watch my videos with subtitles. I know I've translated my channel into like different languages and shit.
Right.
I've had like the description and the channel name translated into a few different languages.
Right.
But like, I'm fucking worried at the few people watching with like English subtitles. Can you imagine like somebody watching one of our videos for the first time who doesn't speak any English, and they just go, "Oh, I'm going to watch this with subtitles so I
Oh
can do
no. And it
skills."
has me like saying like bad words.
It's well, no, not even that. It's just got like really shitty translations that
It's
don't
just
make
gibberish.
sense.
Have you seen the Translator Fails channel where the girl takes music and she puts it into Google Translate in several languages and then back again and sings it? It's so hilarious.
Uh, apparently, my primary viewer base is people aged 25 to 34 and 35 to 44.
Yeah, so
Well,
ours is the same.
I got a bunch of boomers watching my channel. Good to know. And there's a lot of dudes watching my channel too. Well,
Oh,
well, if
hey, look at my top YouTube search terms. I think this is a sign for the vacuum I should review next. The top is vacuum at 4.7, vacuums at 2.6, Shark Navigator Liftaway at 2.4, vacuum cleaner at 2.1, and then Bissell Powerforce Helix at 1.8%.
what is your next video just gonna be both of those machines just sitting in a huge bonfire?
It might as well be, and then just 3 other random vacuums. That'd be a good idea.
Fucking, that's some shit I would do.
Yeah.
Just fucking throw in.
Hey, Trace.
Hey, you might want to take a Benadryl or something. You good, dude? You just come into the chat and you're just hacking your...
It's cold here in South Carolina.
That's weird. In South Carolina? Man, the weather is crazy recently.
Yeah, it's cold. My allergies are crazy.
There's
It's 47.
47, jeez. South Carolina, wow. That's weird. But yeah, man, I know it's like it was cold everywhere. I mean, it was freezing in Texas just a few weeks ago. All the whole power grids went out because they're not used to being around cold. But yeah, let's see. Let's read some chats. I'm 17, but I put like 40 something as my age. I used to own a Bissell Powerforce Bagless 6594-W before it broke. And then he's like, I have one for sale.
Could you screen this so we can see it?
Stream what?
On here so we can see it, your screen.
Oh, is there a way for me to do that?
Yeah.
Turn on camera. Oh, will it do it both at once?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I do that, then you can't see the chat. Oh, I just realized you can't see the chat anyways because I don't have it in that thing. Oh, wow. I didn't even realize that. You can't even see the chat. Okay, well, it's just going to infinitely load apparently anyways, so it's not going to work. Probably because OBS is using it right now. Let's see. Yeah, is it still just loading on your end? Both of you guys?
No, you're not. You don't have anything showing up.
Okay, well, I'll just turn it off then. I think it's because OBS is using it right now because I'm streaming on YouTube. So... And I mean, you can hear me just fine. There's nothing interesting going on the screen. It's just showing my face, so it's nothing interesting. Let's see.
So tell me about that thunder you're getting.
Oh, I don't want to spoil it, but I guess nobody's gonna be watching the stream anyways. So, it's technically a thunder, but it's technically not a thunder. I'm actually getting an original Phantom Domestic from another collector. Or I guess, I don't know if he's a collector, but he had a storage unit full of a few Phantoms. And at first I was going to get a Fury off of him, and then I was going to get a Cyclone XT, because I really want a Cyclone XT. And I still will get that Cyclone XT if I have enough money for both, but the main thing I'm getting is a Phantom Domestic. And it's not even an 11 amp Domestic, it's one of the 9 amp ones. The ones that, like, no one's ever seen before. So that's cool. So I'm getting one of those really rare 9 amp Domestics. And it has all the attachments, and it seems to be in pretty okay shape. So I'm very excited to get that. I'm just waiting for him to get back to me so I can actually buy it. But he's been kind of dormant recently. But he said it was mine, and that, you know, he wasn't gonna sell it to nobody else. So, you know, because I was waiting on it for like several months to get to his storage unit and get back to me. But understandably, the weather was crazy. So, because I think he was in Michigan or whatever. So, weather was obviously, you know, through the wall. Let's see. But yeah, so I'm gonna be getting like an original, like Iona branded 9 amp Phantom, pretty soon.
That was what my Thunder was supposed to be, an Iona branded. The Thunder that mysteriously showed up at some random person's house and was signed for by that person when the shipping label had my name on it, not their name.
Yeah, that's
FedEx is still not called back.
That's ridiculous.
We gave the seller the screenshot of the person who signed the package. FedEx for the package.
So they even have it documented. So they even have it documented and proven that it's someone else that signed for it.
So he can have that for his dispute because the seller is the one in charge of that, because he actually paid FedEx extra to drop the package off on someone's porch.
Oh, so he paid extra to have it be a sign for delivery sort of thing?
And the FedEx driver was too lazy to not know that it didn't belong to that person and realize that he signed for someone else's package. And the guy didn't even sign his name, he just signed the letter C. Like, how stupid are you?
Well, yeah, because obviously if he signed his name, then they would just look up his name, because obviously that would be package theft. Do you have this? So this was still on your front porch though, right? Did you have a security camera set up so you could like catch the guy who signed it?
It didn't get delivered to our house. It said it got delivered to our address.
Oh,
I waited outside for 2 hours so that I could sign for the FedEx driver.
So he didn't even take it to the correct address.
No, and they took it to the right address.
Hey guys, what's going on?
So, I waited. It was actually pouring down rain. I waited 2 hours outside in the driveway for the FedEx truck that never showed up. And then I got a text saying, "Hey, your package has been delivered."
Like, no, the fuck it ain't.
No, it hasn't.
Right.
I didn't sign for it.
Yes.
And
that's a bunch of bullshit.
We called the customer service, and they're all like, "Oh, we'll try to retrieve that package for you.
You're not gonna get it back.
Sorry for the inconvenience.
Oh.
We'll call you. We'll have a case manager call you within a couple of days, and give you an update."
So they actually said they would call you?
We've had no case manager call us.
Oh, okay.
No email. So and my friend is the one who bought Thunder for me. It was the Thunder that was on eBay for like over a year.
Yeah.
It was one of the older Thunders where the Phantom logo was a sticker, so it was an Iona branded Thunder.
Well, yeah.
It had the dusting brush. It had one attachment, which I was really excited to have a Phantom that finally came with an attachment.
Right.
And there's a picture of it on the listing of the lights on, so they had it turned on, so both headlights worked.
Oh, I know which listing I know which one you're talking about now.
You know what's sad?
Yeah.
The day it was supposed to arrive, I had my mom go to Walmart and buy me a pack of Phantom belts so that I could change the belt as soon as it got to my house.
Well, on the bright side,
who knows how old the belt that was in it is.
Right. I mean, on the bright side,
I got the Dirt Devil.
Yeah.
I got the Dirt Devil / Phantom Fury belts. Those work in the Thunders, right?
Oh yeah. The Fury and Thunder belts can easily be interchangeable. I believe there's a certain Hoover belt that I can also be substituted for a Thunder, but I just use the Fury belts because the Fury and the Thunder use the same belt, so it doesn't make any sense to me why none of those packages earmark it for a Thunder either. I guess because when they made the packages, I guess the Thunder was already discontinued. I don't know, but for whatever reason they're not earmarked for a Thunder, even though I can confirm they do work in a Thunder because I've used those for years. You know, every Thunder that I've had those belts on and they've never caused an issue. So
I mean, you even have a video of you changing the belt on your destiny with that pack of belts.
Exactly, yeah. So,
and that's why I told my mom I told her, please check the Walmart, because she was at Walmart getting groceries. And I was at home waiting for the FedEx to get here. And I was like, if they have the belt in stock, get a pack.
Right.
And she sent me a text of a picture of it in her hand, and she was like, "Is this what you need?" And I was like, "Yes," with lots of S's. And she said, "Okay,
definitely
we'll do."
getting the point across.
And she bought it.
Well, on the bright side, you do still have those belts for whenever you either get that Phantom back or get another one, or if you get a Dirt Devil, you have the belts for that too. So
I will never own a Dirt Devil. I won't own a Bissell. I will not own a Dirt Devil.
Fair enough.
You're missing out.
What about a shark?
I have one shark, like and it's not mine. It belongs to someone I fixed it for a year ago, who has not talked to us again, saying, "Hey, when am I going to get my vacuum back?" It's been ready for over a year.
Yeah.
It needed it's a rotator. The power head stopped working, so I had to fix the internal switch. And I had to hack it. I had to take the switch out and solder the wires directly together. So the power head is on when you put the vacuum back in upright, so it stays on unless you hit the power button and turn it off.
Right.
And I was like, I texted him. I said, "Hey, your vacuum's ready." So we just think it's been a year. We think that he just went and bought a new vacuum and forgot all about it.
That's funny. So going back to the DC-24, there was a woman a while ago where I was actually this is when I had just moved into my new house here in Illinois. Not here, but like when my dad and I moved. So this was 2017, and there was a girl who brought me a Hoover wind tunnel air steerable, and was it a steerable? It was some wind tunnel air, some corded wind tunnel air. And she got me that, and she got me the Dyson, and she said, "Hey, how much would it be to fix both of these?" And I told her up front before she brought them to me, I said it's likely going to be cheaper to fix the Hoover, but it'll generally be around this price range for this one, this price range for this one. And she's like, "How about I just take them both to you, and then if need be, you can just fix them one at a time?" And I'm like, "That's fine with me." And and I said, I was like, "That's fine with me as long as it's a reasonable amount of time." I usually don't tell people, and I really should, and that's kind of part of the reason why I want to like get an actual shop, because it's really hard to make people sign contracts whenever you're just meeting them like randomly and you're taking the machines back to your house. But so basically I told her everything that was wrong with them, and she said, "Okay, can you just fix the Hoover for now, because I don't have enough to pay for the Dyson as well?" And I said, "That's fine." So I fix up the Hoover, and then get back to her, and she's like, "Oh, thank you." And so then I let her know, it's like, "Hey, so when do you want to fix the Dyson?" She's like, "Oh, I'll let you know in a bit." And then she never messages me back. And I'm like, "Hey, do you want the Dyson fixed?" This is like over a span of months. I'm like, "Hey, do you want the Dyson fixed?" And then after a good 3 months, I just stopped messaging her, because I'm like, she's probably busy. She probably has shit going on. And my rule is, I'll keep the vacuum for 6 months, and if you don't contact me, I'm not saying if you don't get it, if you don't contact me, because if someone's like, "Hey, I have shit going on, can you hold it for a few more months?" I'll do that, but within reason, at least, unless they're like a dick and I don't care. But if you like let me know and you just get back in contact with me, which is not hard, because you have my messenger, then I'll hold on to it. But if I'm messaging you and you're reading the messages and you're not responding, or you're just not responding for whatever reason, and and especially like if you're not responding but I can see on your profile that you're still like posting and stuff, then it's like, okay, then a year from now it's mine, and or 6 months, a year from now, just whenever I run out of space, but between that time period, then yeah, it's mine. And if I sell it, then that's it. So, and then this girl to well, no, I fixed up that Dyson, and I sold it to someone who needed it, who really wanted a Dyson and who needed a vacuum. So, because the only thing that was wrong with it was just clogged. It had a bunch of clogs in the hoses, and the filter and cyclones need to be cleaned out. Nothing too major. So, about what you'd expect. No mechanical faults with the machine. So, and it even had the attachment with it. So, sold that off. Again, this was 2.5 years later that I finally, or no, it was probably like 2 years later that I sold it. And then like 6 months after that, she's like, hey, do you have at first I thought she said, do you have a Dyson DC-24? And I said, no, I don't have any Dyson DC-24s in stock right now. And she's like, what about the one that I gave you? And then I looked at the name and I'm like, oh, ignore. And, because, I mean, see, because here's the thing. In a way,
fucking cold shoulder.
Well, look, here's the thing, because my anxiety and my autism is really bad, and if I'm in any situation that's confrontational, I start to freak the fuck out and have an anxiety attack. So there was a part of me that said, hey, you should just be honest and tell this girl, hey, I'm sorry, but I had this for a very long time, and I kept it for as long as I could. I ran out of space, and I really needed to get bills paid, so I sold your vacuum. However, I'll give you a good deal on some other vacuums that I have in stock, or if you'd like, I can let you know whenever I get another Dyson in that's ready for sale, or whatever machine you want, and we can go from there. And, just normal, I apologize for the inconvenience. And if I had a shop or something like that, that's what I would do. But knowing this is just a private person, and I'm living in a different house at this point, I'm just kind of like, no. What?
You did the thing. They gave you the
I
cold
can't
shoulder.
really hear you, oddball. Can you talk louder?
Yes, I can talk louder. Did you not hear me? Can you not hear me?
No, I said oddball.
Oh, oddball.
He's really quiet.
That's weird. Usually he's pretty loud.
Turn up my volume.
It's all the way up.
Yeah, mine's all the way up. All right, so.
Okay, so I was going to say something. So, last week when I went to the thrift store I go to is called Southern Thrift Market.
Right.
It's a 2-story thrift store. It's huge.
Ooh.
I've got $26 to spend. And they have a Kirby G5 for $50 and a Dyson DC-07 all floors for $26. I was like, okay,
$26 exactly.
I gotta get this Dyson. I plugged it in. It sounded horrible. The fan was completely full of stuff. The filter, well, there was no foam filter left. It had completely disintegrated.
Oh, God.
So I was like, I have to save this poor thing and bring it home.
Oh, so you tested it in the store?
Yeah, I plugged it in. It sounded like a chainsaw.
Oh.
The motor.
Dyson, that sounded like a chainsaw? I've never seen that before.
The motor was really dry, and
right.
the fan was completely, yeah. Okay, so I was like, I just gotta buy this poor thing.
It just means that the fan is so caked up with dirt. You need to take the motor apart and actually wash the fan out. I have a couple.
Well, here comes the good story. Here comes the good thing. So I buy it. Well, I also had an oops. So this is a good story. So I buy the Dyson, and I'm like, okay, I have an Animal DC-07 that is scrap. So I think I was like, I can use that for parts, because that one has a good motor. And the DC-07 was from 2004, the L-Floors, and it had a fairly new clutch in it, so it had a clutch replacement. It had a clutch from 2010 in it, so whoever had it before they donated it had the clutch replaced, so I didn't have to worry about that. But so I took the motor out, swapped the motor I had from my parts DC-07, put that in the Dyson, and I made when wiring the motor to the power switch. So I went white on white, black on black, and plugged it in, turned it on, lights went out, and my switch burnt.
Ooh.
So then I learned from Nate J, it's black on black, white on white. So I did that.
That's what you just said.
No, both black wires plug into the switch. Both white wires plug into the, yeah. I had it reversed, so all the power went right to the switch, not the motor.
Oh.
So
that's why the switch burnt
I
up.
burnt the switch to a crisp. My light flickered, and I took it apart, had my extra switch, and did it right, and then it worked. And now that DC07 it works great. I've never had a thrift store a DC07 that sounded so good. Well, the cyclones were clogged. I mean,
as they always
clogged.
Like actually clogged, or just had dust in them?
Oh yeah, there's
like the holes were actually blocked.
Yeah, I took the top of the 07 apart. You know, where you can pull the rod out.
Right.
Each cyclone, the holes were completely full of stuff.
Ugh.
I washed it.
Somehow
I have an Oric handheld canister that I use as a blower for blowing out vacuums.
Those work great.
Because I don't have bags to use it as a vacuum, so I use it as a blower. But okay, so here's where I'm like really like jealous and like mad. So my really good friend in the server you're in that I invited you to, the truck driver, he was actually up in Atlanta visiting family right near the same thrift store I go to. He goes there like 2 days after I had left with the DC07, and he filmed the vacuums for me, and I was like, holy crap, there's a DC17. And I was like, why wasn't that there when I was there? I would have gotten that.
Probably because it came in after you'd left.
Well, he lo and behold, he bought the Kirby himself because he needed a G5 for his G5 for parts. So he paid $50 to the Kirby, and the DC17 was only $18. So I paid more for the 07.
For the 07 with the bad motor than the 17.
And he was really nice. I was out of town. I gave him my address, and him and his son actually drove to our house and dropped the vacuum off in my backyard for me.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
It was waiting for me when I got home. I was like, you are like a hero. That was like the Dyson I've dreamed of finding.
I would say, the only thing I would say is probably next time, have them just hold on to it until you get home, because you don't know if the same guy who took your Phantom could walk around the backyard and be like, ooh, another vacuum, I'll take that one too.
Oh, no. He lives in Savannah, Georgia, and he rarely is in Atlanta.
Oh, okay. So he had to do it then?
Yeah.
Right.
But the DC17, all it needed was a really, really good cleaning.
Right.
It had been used on heavily wet pet soiled carpets, so it was really, really smelly and full of pet pee, like dried on pet pee.
Ew.
And the cyclone was clogged like the 17s. They'll fill up the cyclones of fluff. Had that disassembled that. One of the worst Dyson cyclones I've ever disassembled. DC17 is a pain in the butt. Because it's not like a 14 or a 33 cyclone. You have to like work your way into it. Oh god, that thing was a mess, but I'm glad to have it. The brush roll is the bristles are nice and long still. I was kind of worried because these 17s like to wear their bristles to nubs. So I was like, okay, I hope the bristles aren't nubs. But no, they're nice and long. It only came with the crevice tool. It's the absolute animal. So it didn't come with the turbo brush or low reach tool. But I had those already.
Right. And I'm sure you have other attachments that will at least fit on the end of the wand, if not fit on the, even though they won't fit on the body. Because the 17, I mean, it has the dusting brush, but I mean, you can get, it has its own dusting brush that's a little bit smaller than, like, the 14 and 07, I believe, and then it uses the same stair tool as the 18.
Yeah, but it uses DC07 and DC14 attachment fittings.
Right. So you can still fit any of your other attachments on the end of the wand. You just can't clip them onto the machine.
Speaking of Dyson attachments, I think I've got you beat on the new Dyson attachments. I have every of the optional attachments.
Which ones do you have? Actually, no. I'll list the ones that I have first. And I'm going off memory because most of them are at my dad's house, so I could be remembering it incorrectly. I have the Flexi crevice tool, or the under appliance crevice tool, whatever they're calling it now. I have two different versions of the turbo brush. I don't have the tangle free one, but I do have all the non-tangle free ones. I have obviously a bunch of the normal like onboard attachments. I have several low reach floor tools. I have a stiff bristle brush. I have one of the soft dusting brushes. I have the multi-angle brush, so like the one that's a soft dusting brush but with a bunch of joints so you can like do ceiling fans and stuff. And then a few others, but I can't remember the names off the top of my head. But see, is that all of them? Yeah, there's still a few more that I need to get, but because I want to get like the flat out tool and a couple other attachments like that. But I have all the important ones.
Okay, so I've got you beat. I've got 3 tangle-free tools. Turbine tool that came before the tangle-free. I've got both style low-reach crevice tools. The one that you got when you got that DC33 with the burnt-out motor.
Yeah, I have 2 of those.
I've got that version and the new version that comes with the new model license. It's like extremely long. I've got flat out tool, the Dyson broom tool, the multi-angle, extra long soft dusting brush, mini soft dusting brush, stiff bristle brush, and I've got the little clips for the newer Dyson balls that hold the onboard tools.
Yeah.
That are like $10 on eBay. I've got 4 of those.
Oh, I've got a couple of those, but I don't.
I've got the official Dyson branded carry bag for attachments.
I think I have that too.
I have all the optional attachments except the mini soft dusting brush and the Zorb tool that fits the new Dysons.
Oh.
And my thrift store that I go to, the vacuums they scrap. So they take the attachments off of them and price them. They've got this big Rubbermaid tub, and they put all the random attachments in that. So I've got the broom tool there, the flat out tool there, one tangle free, the original the turbo brush that would have come with the 25.
Oh yeah.
So I get a lot of my attachments at the thrift store. I've got a whole box full of just miscellaneous attachments. It's crazy. I've got a full set of Kirby attachments with the zip brush that was given to me.
Cool. All right. That was a lot. Robert, how many attachments do you have
It's more than a lot. What?
What?
Oh, shit.
What?
I guess I gotta pretend I was paying attention. All of them. Yeah. Even ones you've never even heard of.
Oh, well then enlighten me. What ones do you have that I've never heard of?
All of them. Why?
Can you be more specific?
Yeah. It's made in China. Yeah.
That's
I just didn't know that.
That's not very specific at all. There's a lot of stuff that's made in China.
See, you probably didn't even know that.
I definitely knew that.
Spain.
Huh. Do. Yeah, apparently everyone is either dead or asleep because the chat is dead and there's nobody else in the actual server. So,
well,
I guess not many people are awake at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, you know what you could do?
What?
To be a real good buddy?
What?
You could just do this. Let's see. Permanent invite to the server. Copy the link. And paste it like that. And then what you can do is you can go to your community tab that you don't even use. Shame on you, Tracy.
I stopped you. I haven't really bothered to use it because I just felt I just haven't really been I don't know. I just haven't been all that active outside of posting videos because I don't know, depression. In case you haven't noticed, I haven't uploaded an actual video the entire week.
There, got it. It's that'll get some. I'll put butts in seats.
Butts.
So I was wondering. I was like, when you plugged that Kenmore progressive in on the last vacuum save video.
Yeah.
I was like, how? I was like, I thought it was actually gonna like blow up.
Nope. Did the opposite of that. Did nothing.
Just the light came on.
Yep. It's just a very large, oversized flashlight. That's just about it.
Oh, also, when you got the Boss 4D,
Mm-hmm.
when you were looking at the back of it and said there was no dusting brush, actually there is. It's underneath the cord.
No, I know. I found it. I know where it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But thank you either way. But yeah, I did find out where that goes. So.
All it's missing is the turbo brush, right?
Huh?
Is it just missing the turbo brush?
Yeah. It has everything else.
Okay.
So the only thing
I need is... Do you think they really just threw it away because they didn't have the hose plugged in right?
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing, because the hose wasn't plugged in right, and yet the hose previously was repaired with duct tape. So I think they assumed that because it wasn't sucking that it's, the duct tape split on the hose, so this hose is toast. We're just going to throw this away and buy a new vacuum instead of buying a new hose. And, yeah, so that was it. And also because it was obviously a little bit dirty, so they were just like, let's just throw it away because we have to buy a new hose and might as well just go to Walmart and buy a Bissell for $50 and just not have to deal with it anymore. And, or maybe they actually just said, it's like, well, we were going to buy a new vacuum anyways, so we'll just get rid of this. And nobody wanted it, so they threw it out. So that's what happened. So that's it. That's what happened.
So what about that weird-looking Dirt Devil? Any info on that yet?
The Dirt Devil Eye?
Yeah.
Yeah. So The issue with that is I haven't really ran it outside of the vacuum save video. It just needs a new switch, and it needs it needs a good cleaning, because it's clogged, so it sounds really funky. But
not very good.
Bro, those things are pretty collectible though, so I mean, obviously some people like them.
Yeah, collectible because you can melt down the cast aluminum used in them.
Yeah, it's true. Well, I mean, presumably, I mean, it has to be kind of crappy because otherwise, if it was truly an amazing vacuum, then more people would have bought it, at least in theory. So, you know, because I mean, plenty of people bought, you know, Breezes and Featherlights and Visions and all that crap, but not many people bought the Eye. Which I mean,
Why?
What?
You know why? I bet you them bitches, they were being pretty xenophobic. They didn't like it because it was made by Bosch.
Nobody knows who Bosch is. Like,
it's not true.
No real people know who Bosch is, or at least don't know they'd make vacuums. 90% of the population doesn't do that.
Okay, see,
just collectors.
Reasonable explanation.
I'm not saying that they shouldn't know, because Bosch does seemingly make some pretty good vacuums, but
not anymore.
Well, did, like Panasonic, but
keyword there. They did, but they don't now.
Right. I mean, you can make the same argument that, oh, well, Panasonic's gone now, so their vacuums were shit. Except, no. I mean, pretty much every Panasonic that I've ever owned has been an excellent vacuum. I mean, it's basically just like a more premium version of like a Power Force or Wind Tunnel. Even though, obviously, it came before those machines ever did. But in terms of, like, you know, comparative to what would be on the market at the time, as far as, you know, a similar style, you know, a clean air machine with, you know, easy pull-off tools and a bag. But yeah. So, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, the Dirt Devil Eye. So, I was talking to another collector who really is into Dirt Devils. It's Rhett, actually. And we were talking about that because you know, he was kind of like, hey, can you send me the serial number for that machine so I can see when it was made? I was like, yeah, here you go. And he's like, oh, that's cool. I'll add that to the database. Whatever that means. I mean, he's probably gonna, I don't know, maybe he'll be like, hey, this person stole my Dirt Devil. I doubt it. He wouldn't do that. So if your boss is creating any of these problems for you, you're not for just
What should I eat? A casserole or
food?
My aunt made some bomb chicken and broccoli cheese casserole.
Oh my god, that sounds amazing.
It's really good.
See,
we actually have barbecue. We actually went to a barbecue restaurant tonight and had that too.
So how? Here. Okay, so I have a very important question. In your opinion, and I'm sure you're going to be biased, just like I am, how well does Georgia barbecue stack up to Kansas City barbecue? Or did I say Georgia? I meant Atlanta. I don't know if did I say Georgia or did I say Atlanta? How well does Atlanta barbecue stack up to Kansas City barbecue? This is a very important question, and there's only one right answer.
I've only had South Carolina barbecue, because that's where I am. We use mustard sauce.
Interesting.
It's a mustard-based barbecue sauce.
Oh, nice. The Carolinas are always really nice. I love the Carolinas. So beautiful, especially North Carolina and South Carolina, I guess. Both of them are pretty nice. Although I haven't been to either in quite a long time. Actually, have I ever been to South Carolina? I don't know if I have. I'm pretty sure I've been to North, but I don't know about South. I could be wrong. There's a part of me that thinks I might have gone through both to go through Atlanta to get to Florida, but I don't remember, honestly. Yeah. Apparently Robert left. See, I tried to get Babs to join in too since he just DM'd me, and I was like, hey, come in the VC. And then he just went offline. And then apparently Robert just went offline too. It's like, so I tried to add someone to the chat, and the process I subtracted someone from the chat.
That one, that Babs is a furry too. That like really surprised me.
Everyone in this damn chat's a furry. It's just how just furries are just vacuum collectors. I don't know what it is. They're synonymous with each other. But let's see. All a bunch of degenerates.
Babs is lucky he found that Hoover Z.
It was so funny because it's like they were like, "Oh, hey, someone, you should all get a Hoover Z," and then he's like, "Oh, I literally just found one."
God, I really want Hoover Z.
Yeah.
But I want one of the Hoover Wind Tunnel 2s, the original ones. I mean, I know how bad they were, but they had one at the thrift store.
You can there's some that are still on eBay. There's one there's someone on eBay who has them brand new in box. Those Wind Tunnel 2s.
Oh.
Yeah.
There was one at the thrift store I go to for $45, and
that's not bad. Yeah, but for $45 for a used one,
the self-cleaning filter. Yeah, the self-cleaning filter was not spinning.
Oh, yeah.
The hose had 0 suction.
Yeah. For that price, just spend the extra money and get the new one.
There was also a Eureka capture there that day, $250. And the Eureka capture was like a net shape with clean filters, but no suction. I was like, no. And then there was a day where I went and they had that super rare whirlwind that's a bagless SmartVac.
Oh.
And I made a huge mistake and didn't get it. I got a Hoover self-repelled instead. I wish I got that Eureka.
Oh, those are crap.
Yeah.
See, I used to like those Hoover self-repelleds, but over time, as I worked on more and more of them, and compared them like directly to the non-self-propelled, they're just so much worse in every single way. Like, I'm just like, I can't believe they sold them for that long. The non-self-propelled wind tunnels are amazing. They are fantastic machines for the price, and they hold up very well. It's just the self-propelled ones are just like, why do these exist? They're just so much more of a hassle. They don't clean as well. They have the only advantage is the brush will shut off, and honestly nowadays that doesn't even matter because you can get a cordless, you can get a cordless stick vac for so cheap to supplement any machine for hard floors that machines now not having brush will shut offs is pretty much completely irrelevant. Mm-hmm. So, at least, for most people. So, I mean, because, the money that you would spend extra to get a machine with a brush will shut off, you could just put that towards a cordless for a few dollars more. It'd be a really cheap, crappy cordless, but I mean, it'll be good enough for, for what you would realistically use it for. So, at least that's my thoughts on it.
So how many theories do you have in total now?
Arguably too many. But yeah, because the only reason I have as many as I do is because the exact version that I wanted is because here's what I wanted. I wanted one, because obviously I already have the 10 amp. That's the first Fury that I got, and I wanted that orange one that I got relatively recently, and before I found that orange one, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a green one to basically hold me over until I get an orange one. And then the green one that I got, the first green one that I got on eBay, was in such good condition. I was like, I don't want to use this. This is like new, and I don't want to touch this. So if I'm going to get a Fury to actually use, I got to get a different one. But then I got the orange one. I'm like, well, I don't want to use this either because this is my favorite color, and I don't want to wear out these parts because these parts are harder to find than the green ones, and, you know, that's already bad for a Phantom. And then I don't want to use the 10 amp one that I had for the same reason. So I had 3 different versions, couldn't use any of them. So then I finally thought, okay. So there's one on eBay that has all the attachments. It's from a local seller in Illinois. It's been up forever, and it's a good price. I'm going to get that. And then the listing ended, and they didn't renew it. And at the time, my fiance was going to buy me a present for Christmas, and that listing wasn't up. So the only one that was up was a different one that was listed as needs a belt. And it was cheaper anyway, so I thought, just give me this one then, because it's the cheapest Fury on eBay. And he's like, okay. So I get that one, and as soon as it arrives, the other one gets listed again. The one that I originally wanted, that I just mentioned, that was up there for a long time and kept getting relisted. So then I bought that one, and that's the most recent Fury that I got. So that's how I ended up with so many Furies. So something fell.
I want a Fury badly.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've been thinking, because since I do have because I do want to keep at least 2 of those green Furies, because I can have one for the collection and one that I can use. And since I have 3, that means in theory I have an extra one that I could use either to sell or as trade material. But since the Phantom that I'm getting is a domestic and not a Thunder, and I still want an actual Thunder, I'm possibly going to be trading another collector that has a Thunder for one of my Furies. But I'm still not quite sure if I want to do that, because I do love the Fury more, and generally the Thunders are easier to find. But, you know, because I did tell him, I was like, look, if I do, if you won't just let me buy the Thunder instead of trading it, then I may trade the Fury. But, you know, ideally I like to keep both. And there's still a few Furies I want to get on eBay, because I have only original Furies. I don't have a special edition or a limited edition. And there are one of each.
I was about to say special edition.
The what?
I was about to say a special edition.
Yeah. So there's one of each of those on eBay, both the special and the limited. And so I really want to get both of those, but at that point, that's a lot of money. There's a lot of vacuums I want to get, and they cost a lot of money, because on eBay, that's basically the same price as a brand new vacuum. And I still want to get that Panasonic and that Hoover Wind Tunnel Twin Chamber that are both for sale NOS from like a person liquidating like a vac store. So I still want to get one of each of those, and those are both $200. So that's a lot of money. So at that point, you're looking at like my entire YouTube paycheck. You're looking at like, you know, like upwards of $600-700. Now, if I got my stimulus like I was supposed to, that wouldn't be a big deal. And I could get all those machines that I want and still have some money left over to get, you know, some presents for my friends. Specifically my fiance, because I technically still owe him half of a birthday present. But, and that's because of like Walmart's fuck up, and that's a whole nother story. So, ideally I would get that, but I still haven't gotten my stimulus yet. And because I didn't make enough on YouTube to file my own taxes until this year, meaning that next year I'm gonna have to file for this year, then that means that my stimulus is going based on my dad's tax return, since I'm listed as dependent on my dad's taxes, and that is a process that is entirely backed up right now. So that's going to take a long time. And it also means that it's going to be given to him, and I basically have to be like, hey, can I have my stimulus, please? So hopefully he gives me my stimulus, so which I don't see why he wouldn't.
My stimulus helped my parents buy their new car.
Yeah. But my dad has expressed disinterest in the stimulus. He's like, well, I want to just give mine back. I don't need my stimulus. And I'm like, well, then can you give it to me? And he's like, no. And I'm like, well, why not? If you don't want it, I mean, you can use it for whatever you want. But because he's worried that like you would have to like pay it back with your taxes, but that's not, I confirmed with the IRS website and all that, you don't have to pay back the stimulus. The only way you'd have to pay back the stimulus in future is if you were wrongfully given the stimulus in the first place, which would only apply if you made over $75,000 a year. And at that point, you wouldn't need the stimulus anyways, so it wouldn't matter because you wouldn't even notice if you're making that much money, you wouldn't even notice yourself getting it realistically. Because at that point, you already have all your bills and everything paid, and you wouldn't have to worry about nothing. Unless you're doing like a lot of like expensive investing or something like that. But yeah. Let's see. I once paid $70 for a used dirt double dynamite in red I really wanted, so I gave a lot for it, and now I found an orange one, and I'm having a hard time getting it. Oh, that's not good. They made an orange dynamite? Oh, that's cool. And then a lot of the other comments are just kind of, there. Okay, so Babs is not joining the chat, and Robert has just disappeared off the face of the earth for whatever reason. So, yeah, it seems like this, well, that makes sense. It's about 3:15 in the morning, 3:17 in the morning. So I probably should just go to bed, but I don't know. You got any crazy customer stories you want to share, Alex?
Customer?
Well, yeah, I come in because you fix vacuums for people, right? Or do you just do it for like friends and family members? I know you don't work at a shop, right?
No.
Yeah, so, but do you still like fix vacuums for random people or just people you know?
Not since COVID started.
Oh, well.
Because COVID is real bad at Atlanta.
Yeah. A lot of the southern states are getting hit with it pretty hard. But yeah. Alright, well, anyway guys, for those watching the stream, I think I'm going to go ahead and sign out for the night. But thank you for tuning into the stream. Thank you, Alex, for being the last one standing in the Discord chat. And, yeah. Is there anything you want to say, Alex, before I sign this off?
No.
Alright. Well, I'll see you later. And to all the YouTubies in the audience, all three of you that are still awake, this is Intellidex Studios signing out. I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good one.